For a certain natural number n squared gives a remainder of 4 when divided by 5, and n cubed gives a remainder of 2 when divided by 5. What is the remainder n gives when divided by 5? Alright, let's write down what we know. So n squared is, it says it gives a remainder of 4 when divided by 5. So that means it's a multiple of 5, I'm just going to call it 5a, with 4 extras. Okay, so it's a multiple of 5 plus 4. Alright, and n cubed gives a remainder of 2, right? So, when divided by 5, so it's a multiple of 5, different multiple of 5, plus 2. Okay, so let's look at the units digits of those numbers. Because I know multiples of 5 either end in 0 or 5, right? So I can easily figure out or narrow down what the units digit is of n squared and n cubed. So n squared ends in a 4 or a 9. Okay? So you can tell that because the multiple of 5 ends in a 0 or a 5, and so if we add 4 to that, we get 4 or 9. And the same down here. The units digit of n cubed ends in either a 2 or a 7. Okay, so it's either 0 plus 2 or 5 plus 2. So, alright, well let's look at some cubes and some squares and see if we can find any that match that. And really we only have to look at the units digit because that's going to determine what the last digit is of the square or the cube. So let's look at, like for example, if you look at 2. 2 squared is 4, but 2 cubed is 8, right? So that doesn't match, alright? But if you look at 3, 3 squared is 9, and 3 cubed is 27, which ends in a 7, alright? So that matches this scenario, okay? So here's, you can end in a 9 or 2, or sorry, a 7. So, let me get rid of that. Oops, didn't mean to get rid of the whole thing. Alright, so that works, that would work. Let's see, 4 squared ends in a 6, 5, 6, doesn't work, 7. How about 8? 8 squared is 64, so that ends in a 4. And 8 cubed, I can just look at the units digits, so I can take 8 times 64, that's a 32, so it ends in a 2. Turns out 8 cubed is actually 512, but we really only care about the units digits, so we really don't have to calculate the whole number. All we need to do is take 8 times 64, look at just the units digits, so just do the first step, and take 8 times 4, you get 32, and you realize that the whole number has to end in a 2. So that matches this scenario, so it ends in a 4 and ends in a 2. Okay, so the question that we're asked is, what does the remainder, what remainder does n give when it's divided by 5? And either way, if we divide something ending in 3 by 5, the remainder is 3. And if we divide something that ends in 8 by 5, we also get a 3, right? So, either way, the remainder that n gives when divided by 5 is 3, whether it ends in a, it ends in a 3 or an 8. So there you go.